Hello, everybody. Cindy Grima here, editor-in-chief at lawmarketing.com, and today we're talking about how to develop business as a woman attorney. I'm here with Kimberly Alford Rice, who is the principal of KLA Marketing Associates, and Kimberly's focus is on helping women prosper in their legal careers. So, Kimberly, welcome to our session here today.
Thanks, Cindy. Glad to be here.
Great. So you've got some tips for us and all your work that you've done with women attorneys to help them with their challenges, to help them with developing business and really establishing yourselves. You've got some tips that you can share with our viewers on how they can develop business in their practice. So let's dive into those.
Absolutely. I mean, there's no one size fits all, but there are some, basic principles that everyone can apply. And in my work with women lawyers, one of the things that I find that is somewhat disturbing is they don't seem to grasp or absorb the concept that your legal career will transcend your current employer. So if folks are working in law firms, almost regardless of how well or not so well they're being treated and or being prepared or groomed to take on more responsibility or on the partner track, whatever their goals are, is that studies show us that women are much more likely to kind of just stay in their current position, whether or not it's really working for them. So, if you think of, I would encourage your listeners to think that, if you're in this for the long haul, then, there's certainly a lot to be said for taking a more broad approach to your career development. But that said, one of the challenges I hear from my women lawyer clients is their internal audiences. And that is, their supervising partners, their practice group leader, their managing partner, or their management committee. And one of the things that can be very, very useful, this would probably be mostly for mid-level women associates, early junior partners, is to get as much face time as possible with those folks who are directly in a position to help you along. That could be, maybe even making a one-on-one for a coffee or a lunch ever so often with maybe members of the management committee or their practice group leaders, but finding a way to get one-on-one to develop and cultivate the relationships with those folks whose real future is, your future is in their hands as long as you're with that law firm. And there's many, many ways that you can do that. One, of course, would to never be over-consuming in alcohol at the holiday parties. Every year I hear like, oh my God, I can't even believe this, but it happens. Number two, I would say, is to, recognize that, you have to have a point of reference for where you're positioned in your law practice. And by that I mean, you cannot operate and build a practice if you're in a vacuum or an island. You've got to get out of your office on a regular basis and create reasons or find reasons to connect with other folks, either in your network or that you meet in your extracurricular activities, in order to build and to build your referral source. A network, and that's extremely important, and then finding a way to stay in touch with them. And then thirdly, I think is, these may seem simplistic, but the follow-up and the follow-through. When you are in targeted networking situations, are you approaching them with the right attitude in mind as far as how you can help others, because that is that karmic action in place that if you're helping others, then others will want to help you and over the long term. And then you're involved in activities, whether it's at the Bar Association or trade groups or business organizations in your area, that you are really meeting on a regular basis those folks who would be able to either refer you to folks who have legal needs and that you could take care of in your legal services, and or they would maybe be in a position to retain you directly. So those are three things that every attorney, women attorneys especially, can certainly integrate into their daily practice, because it's kind of like the tortoise in the shell, no, the tortoise in the hare rather. A little bit every single day. Doing something every single day will really add up in the long run.
Absolutely. And I love what you said there too, Kimberly, because they are very simple ideas that you just shared, But it's incredible to see the number of people or attorneys, women attorneys, men attorneys, whoever, that just don't implement these pieces, right? So implementation of these simple activities is really the key here. So thanks again, Kimberly. I know that we're going to be speaking some more on how to support women attorneys here in their legal careers. So thanks again for joining us. We'll talk to you again real soon.
Thank you.